A Pope-mobile, John Kennedy's Lincoln, Brezhnev's Zil. This Frenchman only collects official cars. He roams the world to find these historic vehicles and even loves to sleep in them. Limousines. Olivier Delafont has always had a soft spot for them. This stockbroker collects unusual cars and likes only the biggest and the best. Now living in Montgeline in Burgundy, he's a well-known figure around the village.
Regardez.
Look, the unfortunate thing is we can't be seen because we're inside. And look in there, the shopkeepers are happy. They think I'm looking at their windows, but I'm not.
Bonjour les enfants.
Hi kids, hi. Oh, what a lovely car. Like it?
C'est bon.
Ça donne envie de se promener.
Every car in his collection has a story to tell. The one he's taking out today is particularly symbolic. We're in the Cadillac Fleetwood limousine that was for President Kennedy's private use when he was in the White House. On a historic note, it was also the car used by Jackie Kennedy to attend her husband's funeral.
Jackie Kennedy au moment de l'enterrement de son défunt mari.
Olivier has a long-standing love for big cars. Even before he went to live in the U.S. with his wife in the 70s, he dreamed of owning several cars wherever they were from. But in America, Olivier had just too many opportunities to indulge himself, and he didn't resist for long. We had no money to pay the rent. I was worried about making ends meet, and we had 3 American cars in the little front yard. It really used to annoy me, but my exasperation wore off as the years went by because I realized I simply couldn't change him. Then, when he could easily afford to buy them, it was no longer a problem. With so many treasures in his possession, Olivier decided to let everyone benefit, so he opened a prestige car museum in the chateau.
Alors, ce qu'on collectionne particulièrement ici, comme vous le voyez, ce sont les grandes limousines cabriolets.
What we're really into here are the big limousines, 4-door, 6-seater convertibles that presidents and heads of state used to stand up and talk and wave in.
Mieux communiquer et voir le public.
There is a perfect lineup of presidential vehicles from around the world, including former Russian President Leonid Brezhnev's superb Zil and Marshal Pétain's Renault Viva Stella.
La plus folle des plus folles, la fameuse Papa Mobile.
And this is the most outlandish of them all, the famous Pope-mobile, specially built by Lehman Peterson in 1965 for the Pope's visit. It's fitted with some quite astonishing accessories like the steps, the grips for the bodyguards, the little windscreen, the rails to hold on to, and especially the papal throne.
Et puis surtout le trône pontifical.
This Cadillac is one of only 3 still in existence that were in the cortege when President Kennedy was shot, but it wasn't necessarily the hardest to find. Now that's one of my quickest purchases. I took 1 minute 45 seconds. I was in Miami, Florida, and the car was for sale in Fort Lauderdale. A phone call, a fax, and the deal was done. Even today, Olivier still gets excited about hunting down old cars. We're following him on the track of an old Renault that he'd love to add to his collection. The key thing is to arrive quite ordinarily in an ordinary car, just when you're not expected, to take the enemy by surprise. We're heading for a village where I know there's a barn that has had a car locked up in it for nearly 35 years. I want it. I know it's there. I've stopped by several times. Obviously, the owners don't want to sell, and that excites me even more.
Je me suis arrêté plusieurs fois. Bien évidemment, les propriétaires ne veulent pas la vendre. Et c'est ça qui m'excite encore plus. Elle est là. Elle est là.
There it is. Oh.
Elle est un petit peu dégonflée. Elle est comme moi, elle vieillit, quoi.
The tires are down a bit, but oh, it's lovely. Magnificent.
Magnifique. Regardez, elle est là. Je la sens, je la sens.
Oh, 5,000 francs. No, there's 4 people on it already. I think I'll wait for it to go up a bit.
Premièrement, on est à 4 dessus.
Well, it's going as expected. It's a long-winded business, and it's always the same when you're buying an old car. But far from despair, our eccentric lord of the manor will simply meditate all night, not in bed, but in the back of his favorite limo.